Welcome to the House Roethlisberger-built Oxford, Ohio, on the campus of Miami University and home to the Redhawks. And we are looking forward to a fantastic game and a full house for this one. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Redhawks will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Broncos return team will have that offense backed up. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The give to the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. Still running at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
You know, you don't need to be an absolute blazer to have success running the football as a QB. You just need to know where to pick your spots, finding holes, reading blocks, falling forward. This quarterback does all.
Tackled immediately after the catch. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll try the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Lowry. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Redhawks!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Broncos are on the move. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown Broncos! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep...
Oh, picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover and give up the yardage. It'll be first down. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on, so they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. And the Redhawks will punt this one away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll run it from the gun. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Run in the red zone. It's Brunson. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
The Red Hawks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Catch in the middle. It's Buckman. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air, it's Lowry. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the returner will be brought down. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 48-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll leave it with him. And the Redhawks get enough for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And that's a 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He makes a catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Redhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll leave the offense out to try to get the 1st down. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off bounds with that play call.
And the Redhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there.
Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense, chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unleashes one deep. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He gets the pick, but not the pick 6, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Oxford, Ohio. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this 2nd half will be fun to watch. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Yager Stadium there on Weed Eubank Way.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great 3rd down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the side.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism, his speed, his bend, and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air. It's Lowry. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
on the play.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And there is little that will send a home crowd into a frenzy like back-to-back sacks. Third and long coming up. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dave.
Yeah, executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
What a nifty one there to pick up the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Gonna run it. It's White. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Line getting set on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Miami. Ohio.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Might as well stick with him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
That'll do it here in the quarter, guys, and Miami, Ohio has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Miami, Ohio, 14. Western Michigan, 7.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. He finds his man. The Broncos get it past the sticks. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open. Like on that last play, just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
It's caught. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Man, you could tell the QB saw space immediately. Forget the reads, forget anything else. I see all that space. I'm going to go attack it right now and make the big play.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. They're trying to get to it. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Defense had looked grim. Right? It looked bad, 1st and goal. They're set up in a good situation. Shoot, and now they're not even in the red zone. That is exactly how you do it. Create those negative plays. Get them behind the sticks. Get them in predictable situations. Nice bow-your-neck situation for this defense.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. You saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Miami, Ohio.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in his game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Red Hawks send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Mack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Lowry. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Fires left. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
The give to the left side. Got enough space. Touchdown, Red Hawks. And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to NC State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, on third and short at field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They go to the ground. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. At the 45 on his way. Open runway ahead. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll ride Davis here. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away.
Western Michigan, 7.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
offense gets set for second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Got rid of it just in time. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here we go, final play of the game right here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The offense set for a first down play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that is how we will wrap this one up. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potential again.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up, but you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been